Hey, Mark in for Des here with the broad market review for February 28, 2013. Well, Des is on his way off to Mexico for our giant mentoring program that we're having in Mexico City this weekend. So I'm stepping in for him. Let's take a look at what the markets did today. It was a real teaser of a market today. It was up at all-time highs and then pulled back at the very end of the day. Actually ended up negative here. As you can see, S&P 500 down just a fraction. And the Dow Jones Industrial was just down 0.15%, and the Nasdaq was down 0.7, and small caps, they did remain positive at 0.13, but just barely. As you can see, banks were pretty strong. They didn't pull back quite as hard at the very end, and look at that VIX. It was actually up 5% at the very end of day. It was down most of the day. Well, the S&P was doing some reshuffling tonight. This is the end of the month, so there was a lot of activity and a real flurry at the end there. Commodities were down, as you can see, strong, over 1% on all of them. The dollar was up 0.504, so that would make sense that the market did drop. And the trend trade just about neutral there at 1.07. And transportations were up again today after yesterday's really big up. Well, let's take a look at the daily chart here. And if you remember from yesterday's video, Des said, hey, right here that 1520 was going to be a possible line of resistance. Well, it did shot all the way up here to over 25, and then it pulled back at the very end of the day. And what kind of a pattern is this? What kind of a candle is that? Well, it's a little bit of a gravestone doji there. We'll see here. Well, we'll find out later. And look at this. So if we go all the way back from this major support line and resistance line from before, look at that, it closed right at it. Well, let's take a look at the weekly, and as we talked about before, look at that, this is weekly, so who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. First day of the month, we'll see, but Fridays have been usually up here recently, but that means absolutely nothing. Let's take a look here at the monthly, since now that we are at the end of the month, and this is interesting. Look at that. Nice breakout, isn't it, on the monthly? So again, which the higher time frames do trump the shorter time frames. Well, this is Mark the Meerkat Suffering, and if you don't know who I am, I also do videos every day. This is the broad market review. I do the one under stocks, and one of the trades that we did in the Grok trading chat room this morning, and you can take a look at those as well. We do those just about every day. So this is Mark the Meerkat Suffering. Remember, anything can happen, so you need to be prepared both mentally, physically, and electronically.